Hi everybody. Make sure the camera's working. Yep. Okay. Hello everybody. This is Patty the Tinkerer's wife, and as you can tell by all the cars going by, I am in the front yard at Tinkerer's Paradise. Actually, I'm in the driveway. This is Fred, my van. Red Fred, I call him. The van that needs to go to Van Heaven. So y'all can be praying for a new vehicle for me. Anyway, today I received a wonderful blessing. I did. There's a motorcycle club that's called Solutions, and it's a clean and sober motorcycle group. And they are a wonderful group of people that hold each other accountable in their recovery. And you have to go through a process to be a part of their group, and it's a pretty strict, stringent process, but they support one another in their recovery. And part of what they do is they serve people in the community. And the church that I'm a part of, or that I've been a part of, Eastside Free Methodist Church, they are a part of our family. They consider us family. We have served the Narcotics Anonymous community and the Alcoholics Anonymous community for years there. I helped take care of the children of the Narcotics Anonymous group, and the Solutions guys were there helping to support that group. So that's kind of how I got to know them, or know about them. But Frank, the guy who helped today organize all this, I met him when I contacted another friend of mine who lives about 4 miles away from me here, and said, my water heater needs to be rewrapped. Do you know of anybody? I've got a tent that needs to be fixed. Do you know of anybody? And he found people. So Frank was one of them who came, and he organized this and brought 3 other guys with him. So this morning early, I think it might have been around 9, I had 4 guys, 3 with weed eaters and 1 with a mower, making all kinds of noise and doing all kinds of work that I couldn't get done. And I just wanted to share this because it was such a blessing to me to have them come and work, and we could keep the distance that we needed to. That was really cool. And I want to let you know it was hard. I almost, it's like, hey, let me shake your hand. I'm just that person, Fortunately, I know enough not to hug, but it's hard not to shake hands. So I was washing my hands really good, Anyway, it's just, we have all been there, right? Well, anyway, getting back to this, I want to show you what they did. I was impressed. So I'm going to step here. You can see they really went after it. The fence is so old. You can see the weed eater even ate into it. It's broken down there, but they got the edging done along here. I'd been wanting that done for a long time. It's something I could not do. But this all used to be plants in here. You can see the brick path, but this all used to be plants all through here. The only part that wasn't was the little bit over here along that edge. That's a lawn. It's about 11 feet deep, I think, or 11 feet wide. So anyway, this is what they did for me today. And I wanted to share this because there was a couple things I was thinking about, and one of them was the day that after about, I would say it'd probably been about 13, 14 years of suffering, watching this garden just go back to weeds. I'd been doing a lot of praying. It was hard. It was a grief for me because I had invested so much in this garden. And anybody who has built anything, it might be a car that you loved and it gets wrecked, or maybe it could even be your child that you've invested in. I don't care. Anything that you invest in, maybe it's a job. Jobs are probably something that might be a little bit more applicable here, but it's hard. It's a grief. So I was doing a lot of praying, and I just one day told God, I can't take this anymore. You've got to do something. And so this was like 2 years after I had some friends come and weed the place. And they But we didn't lay down any mulch, but at least the major weeds were gone and you could see the garden again, which was really a help for me. But the grasses came up for a couple of years. That second year, I'm just like, God, I can't take this, because they come up and they look real good at first, and then the seed heads ripen, and then they lay down and look horrible. And then you've got seeds for weeds everywhere for a century. So anyhow, I just went ahead and go to the store, and I come back, and on my way back, I'm pulling in the driveway. Now I'm coming from the south, from this direction, and I'm coming towards the house. And as I pull into the driveway, I notice the sun shining on the new grasses, which are about 18 inches high. They're just coming into flower, and it was waving like waves. You know, if you've ever seen a meadow, well, it was a meadow. And God had given me a meadow in place of my garden. That's basically what it was. And so for the first time in years, I was able to see beauty here. Because before, I mean, I'd see little snippets of it, but I didn't see it as a beautiful, cohesive thing. And this gave me that opportunity to see it as beautiful, as something that was actually a joy. And so, yeah, it was still hard when the seed heads and all that stuff, yeah. So, but the husband and the weed eater helped a little bit. But then this year it got really hard, and I couldn't see, you know, and I have to sell the house, so we had to have the guys come. Digressing back to that other thing, though, one of the things I was thinking about is we're going through hard times, and everybody will agree that that's what we're doing. We don't know how deep it's going to get, but if you're struggling and all you're looking at is the hard times, I think you're missing out. And I want to say this with all due respect, because I know what it's like to suffer for years and not feel like you're getting an answer or whatever. And that meadow that I was given that year was when my perspective changed. All of a sudden, I started looking for what God was wanting me to see. So I want to encourage you to look at what God wants you to see. Look for what God wants you to see. Ask Him to show you what He wants you to see. That's my message here. Because it's not all doom and gloom. You probably have people around you. I am alone. I was blessed to have a yard full of men today. Now, granted, I couldn't like shake hands and give hugs and all those things, and you have family you can probably do that with. Count your blessings. Well, anyhow, it ended up that they came after about 2 hours, were done, and they're now gone, and I'm looking at this and I'm still blessed. And I'm here to encourage you that you might be blessed. So look for the beauty, look for the good things, count your blessings. And there's a little saying that I probably wasn't the first one to ever say this, but I made a little art piece. And the saying basically is that contentment equals happiness. And when we learn to be content with what we have, we are much happier. But if we fear losing, if we fear tomorrow, if we're always fearful, we miss out on the blessings we have right in front of us. So I hope that you can start looking at those things that are encouraging and beautiful, and those things that are positive. And if you know the Lord, that you will ask Him to help you if you need help. If you don't know the Lord, ask Him. Listen, if you're serious and you seek Him, He will show up. I guarantee it. That's what God does. And He's a master at it. He even shows up when you don't expect Him. Yeah. So anyway, I just want to leave you there. This is Patty, the Tinkerer's Wife. Thank you for spending time with me. If you have not yet subscribed, I encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. And if you want to get word of when I'm going to have new videos out, just click that bell a couple times and you'll have that option offered you. And please like the video before you leave. So I pray that you all will be well, that you will all find some joy in this somehow, some beauty in this, and then in the years to come, as we look back on this, we can say, it was hard, but that was beautiful. That was beautiful, and have a treasure to take away from this. Every hard time has its treasures that it provides. Anyway, I just thank you again so much. And I'm going to sign off here. This is Patty, the Tinkerer's wife. God bless.